Okay, it's here. We're doing it.
We're
It's
doing it.
live. Welcome to Overtime on Inferno, your favorite podcast that's absolutely live right when CS2 releases. My name is Logan Ramhap. I'm here today with a panel of guests that's not Elliot because he's writing scripts or something.
He's at the gym.
Here. Sure.
When he
Well,
was.
yeah. Okay, we'll go with that.
We won't lie.
I am here with Nova from.
Yo,
Where are you from?
ESL, I guess now, or ESL
guess
Facer
ESL
Group
now.
officially.
He's a Facer Group.
Former graphics man.
Horizon.
TLDR. Sorry, yeah.
Horizon from where?
TLDR and Blix, mostly
There you
TLDR.
go. Okay. And Dickel from where?
From TLDR.
He's the guy.
I expected you to say.
Nottingham.
I expected a
Well,
mouse meme there. I'm gonna be really honest there. I was like,
Well, I don't want to
tweet.
dox myself.
If you see a banging TLDR tweet, there's a good chance he posted it.
okay. All right, we are here. We're doing this. We're talking about CS2.
The game we
It's
should be
been
playing
released.
right now.
Yeah, it's been
For real.
released.
It's here, finally.
Let's go around. So I think the format that we want to do. Let's talk about CSGO and what legacy it leaves.
Mhm.
Then we'll talk about CS2 and what is new and what's going to come in the future and what will happen. And then we'll talk about, if you guys are willing to, we'll talk about ESL Pro League playoffs,
Yes,
Alright.
we will. Yes, we will.
which is like just
I'm
now
not
like
willing.
the smallest story of them all.
100%.
Dickel doesn't actually watch
So-
Counter-Strike.
I
Never
don't
actually
know
played
what
this game.
Counter-Strike you speak of. I'm gonna quickly tweet from the TLDR account that we are
Whoa,
live.
whoa.
Where is this tweet?
Yeah.
Let me repost it.
I will post it as soon as I can.
That's great.
I will
Okay.
open Twitter as well.
Post. We are live talking about CS2. Come join! Exclamation mark. Twitter link. Post.
Home.
We drop it in the Discord as well.
Send it now.
Oh,
Okay.
XQC, you
Hello,
already unboxed the knife.
yeah.
XQC is already a box knife. Okay. Let's chat about this.
All right.
Let's talk about CSGO Legacy. So I think the easiest way to do this is let's go around the room and talk about CSGO and what legacy it left on you, and then we'll talk about just the game on everything else, right? We'll do personal to external. So we'll start with Jack.
I mean, the best FPS of all time, objectively.
I think that's going to be a pretty solid thing across the board.
Well,
I don't think any
they
of
said-
us.
They said Apex would kill it, didn't happen.
Nah.
Said Overwatch would kill it, didn't happen. Said Valorant would kill it. A bunch of shit people went to play that game. The only,
Still
thing that
didn't
killed,
happen.
the only thing that killed Counter-Strike was Counter-Strike 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, they say you can't improve perfection, and we'll see now the game's fully out whether they could or not. But it's been the same game for 20 years. I mean, it's not gonna change a lot. And I think we're gonna be having this conversation in another 20 years for sure.
Fuck
I
yeah,
hope
dude.
it's not 20 years till CS3. I really
Well,
do. Yeah, but
All four of us still here in 20 years.
Oh god.
we're all more phases of balding than we all are now.
Hey man,
Yeah.
no need for that.
I'm fine.
My hair
Horizon.
will actually just be so long it goes all the way through the back of the camera.
His hair will be
All right,
the
what's the
wires.
legacy it leaves? What's the legacy it leaves for you?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh god. I mean, I've been playing this game for like 42% of my life. It's one of the the entire time that I have been a functioning human being, Counter-Strike has been in my life. That's the only way to describe it. It's like I've revolved around it, and now I work in it. It's been my entire life.
Mr. Dickel.
I don't know, I started playing when I was like 14 and now I'm nearly 24. It's very odd.
Yeah.
Met a lot of cool people,
I
done a lot of cool things. Him
think
included.
Counter-Strike is the.
Oh.
I think it's the one game I've played over the last I built a PC 10 years ago,
Mhm.
I think it's the one game I've played over the last 10 years that I've actually like stuck with. Right? Like I played Call of Duty semi-professionally for a bit, didn't stick with that. Started playing Valorant at the beginning of Valorant, didn't stick with that. Like you can go through my Steam library, and it's like I don't particularly stick with games, but I've got like 3,500 hours in Counter-Strike because I've been playing it every day for the last 8 years.
That's minor.
Yeah.
I know
Come
that's
on, brother.
minor comparatively, okay?
Yeah. I think
But-
I don't want to get like,
Like, still.
crazy emotional about
Get
it, right?
emotional.
But like I'm gonna like, dude. So like I wasn't a COD kid. Like I played COD in school, right? But I was never like in the COD stacks. You know what I mean? Like I'd sort of play the campaign. I didn't play multiplayer. Like no one wanted to play with me. I didn't play zombies. I played zombies myself. No, for real, right?
I would have played.
And
No. Well, I was the opposite.
No,
'cause
trust, right? But then like I got my PC. I was a little Minecraft kid, and then a guy I used to play Minecraft with gifted me CSGO on Steam. And I started playing, and like I've just been hooked. And like, you know, it's silly, right? But like the game is just so much more than the game. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
because
for sure.
like you know, Dickle's a great example. I've done that guy what like 7 years
7
now.
years.
Do you know what I mean?
I think it's like,
We played on team together.
like
We-
2016 on it.
Yeah. So what's that? 6 years? No, 7
That's
years.
7 years.
Seven.
It's a lot of
Dude.
years.
Do you know what I mean?
Too
and
many.
like too
Yeah.
fucking many. I know, but do you know what I mean? And like you got friends for life, like, and you know, it's like, you know, obviously I think we all wanted to sort of go pro, right, or whatever. And I thought,
Yeah.
you know, oh yeah, I'll compete one day. And then people are like, oh, you know, it's wasted time. Like, look, it's not wasted time at all. I've got like 7,000 hours, right? I don't regret a single one. There's a few games I wish I didn't fucking bother playing.
Amen.
There's definitely a couple face-it matches that
against
I
you.
absolutely regret playing.
nice on Horizon.
Score doesn't
genuinely,
tell
like-
the full story.
It's the full
No,
story,
no,
by the way.
No. If you know, you know.
But dude, like, I don't know. It's such a massive part of my life, and it's crazy. And it is like, you know, I've got the fucking sick job because of it. Do you know what I
I
mean?
was gonna say, I mean, for 2 out of the 3 of you, this is a full-time job. Counter-Strike is just your life.
Yeah.
Literally, and that's fucking
And for
weird to say.
Dicko and I, it's like when we have other moments in our life, it's the rest of our life. Like
Yeah.
I cast and stuff on the side. That's just, it's normal for me to like do all like the Counter-Strike shit when I have 2 seconds away from work.
Yeah, when you say it like that, like think about my life. It's like my first PC, I got it for Counter-Strike. My first built PC, I got it for Counter-Strike. I quit my job this year to work in Counter-Strike. It's been a major factor in all my life decisions, really. Like not all of them, but a lot of them. It's just weird how much this game means to you. And like Jack said, it is more than just a game. If it was just a really good FPS, I wouldn't like still be here after all this time. I would have gone and do something else. But it's just everyone around it. And it's impossible to just describe how much the community like means to me and how much it's been over the years.
Dude, like what you said about like it like affecting your decisions and stuff and choices, like it's so real. Like excuse me. Like I went to uni
It's
to do
tearing up.
I went to no, it's fucking gassy, bro. I went to uni to do graphic design, right? I got into graphic design because of CS, because I wanted to do teams and logos and fucking jerseys and shit, right? And like, you know, I did my degree because of CS. So I did that degree so I could compete, like keep playing CS. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like coming out of uni, like I had like a shit job, and I was just working to afford to play CS. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Felt that.
Well, quite a neat, yeah. You know, and now it's like, yo, I actually work on CS, which is like fucking crazy, and I won't I won't stay on that, but it's just mad. Like it
So-
does every decision has been like because of it, which is fucking crazy. It's a fucking video game. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
It's weird how much CS invests, like it goes into people's lives and just affects every corner
Yeah.
of it.
Oh, for real.
It's a disease.
I want to do like one more like personal reflection thing for all of us. What was your favorite moment through Counter-Strike? It'd be something that you had done, something that happened within esports, a specific day, and just your favorite thing that came out of Counter-Strike. I think I know what Jack's is, but the rest I'm not certain about.
I'll go last. I want you to tell me what you think it is, but we can.
I think
go
yours
everyone
is the
can go first.
train.
I think
Train's
it's up there.
good.
The train's good.
Yeah. So I guess for those who don't know, so no, obviously during Rio 2022, the major, we had like, or ESL I should say, had a like a subway metro train, and they asked me to design it, like part of my job, obviously. But like I'd been with the company like 3 months at that point, and like it's fucking crazy responsibility. So we did a train, and I got a lot of appreciation for it, and a lot of players saw it and thought it was really cool, and a lot of
It is
people
really cool.
in the city saw it and thought it was really cool, and you know, like that's a tiny thing, and it's like not the same as like playing the game or any of that, but like
I mean, I don't think
like I've
any.
had
I
like
know.
a mark on the game in that way, or like the esport, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know mine's not playing the game. I don't think, and I don't think either of the two below me are.
I've got
not
plenty
playing the game either.
from playing the game. Do you know what I mean? But
I might
like,
have-
I think most impactful is probably that, just because seeing what I'd like worked for and studied and all that like come to fruition in something like that everyone was like, "This is fucking cool." Like, you know, yeah, it was nice. I'm very glad it happened.
Okay, so Seb, what's yours?
So is
I'm
it
ready
okay
for
if
it.
I say two? Because I have two in like different
Sure, go
categories.
for it.
Of course.
Because
I'm
as
not.
a fan,
We're not picky.
as a fan, the reason I got into Counter Strike was because I got into the Kinguin team in like 2015, and I followed.
Yo,
that
what a
FaceTime
team!
What a roster.
Yeah. So I followed that team, so I ended up being a FaZe fan, and my first ever LAN as a fan was Blast in 2019 when FaZe won that with Cold Zero. And that was one of the most insane things ever, being there with like a guy I met on Discord watching my team win a tournament, even though it's a fucking Blast event, was really sick. And the second one, and I think Jag was here for that, was Antwerp. And when we went to a gay bar in accident. Oh, wait.
Do you want to do like a tiny recap on that story?
Yeah,
Or just
yeah,
leave it at
yeah.
that? Maybe it's better without the context. I'm not sure.
I'm not gonna say let's not. I'll just say.
Just leave
I
it
don't
at
know if
that.
that's not as important for other people as it was for me.
Went to a gay bar with Horizon and Elliot and a bunch of other
Yeah.
people. It's a great night.
Didn't know it was a gay
It's
bar.
very
We had
sore
our
in the morning. I'm not
suspicions.
sure why, but yeah.
That was the only thing up late, if I remember correctly. And at one
Tickle, you
point,
got some?
oh sorry,
Me?
go on.
I don't know.
No,
Probably,
I hated every second.
I hated every second. I regret all of it. I hate everyone I met. I hate all of you. I don't want to be
That's
here.
all right.
No. The only event I went to, apart from the Face It major, was Paris. That was a very good one.
Hmm.
I think the most. I think the second night we were there, we went to like this bar on a rooftop, and I was just stood with Elliot. I was like, "What the fuck is this game?" It's very, very good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like
Very
everyone
introspective.
has that moment, like at an
Yeah,
event. You just, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like again, like I had like the Antwerp after party, and I'm not gonna say like anyone's name just so I don't incriminate them. But I was just like, I'm getting absolutely plastered with these people. What the fuck? Like it's crazy. And you know, I get to call some of them friends now, which is even cooler.
That moment for me was when we were at the HLTV confirmed after party in Poland. That was my what the fuck is this moment.
That's very good.
So I got two moments.
What about you?
One,
Logan?
I feel the need to mention release day art at Revolver
Oh, that was
Yes.
because that
Laser
weekend
pointer.
was some of the most fun I've ever had because it was an eco round every round because everyone bought that motherfucker.
best gun in the game.
And then no, but I think like on all of your things of like going to them and go, what the fuck? Why am I here? For me, it's a lot smaller scale, but I think that made it mean a lot to me. Is like going down to Frag in Philly
Yeah.
and
That's
sitting
cool,
there
though.
and immediately going like, oh, your press, and getting like the band and everything. And there's like 3 people there, and it was Ryan and me, and like 2 guys from Dust 2, and that was it. And
Fuck
like,
Dust 2.
if you want to get an interview with a player, I was like real timid to start because like I'm real timid before you like start to get to know me, and then I'm like super outgoing and shit. To get an interview with a player, you don't ask the coach. You walk right up to the fucking guy and say, "Yo, can I get an interview?" There's no preset press area. There's no like, "Oh, these people are available for press between these." No, you just walk right up to them and say, "Yo, can I get an interview with you?" So I don't walk right up to John G and go, "Yo, can I get an interview with you?" And he went, "No, I've done too many today. Can you do one with DJ?" I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, sure." He's like, "Okay, sick."
I think the other
I was
thing,
like,
sort of similar thing
based.
when we went to Paris. I think the first night we got to go like to the arena like the day before the match had started, and we got to go and see the stage, and the arena was empty. That was very cool. It's surreal.
Yeah, the same sort of thing. Like Cologne 2022, which was my first event with ESL. Yeah, we got to like go, like day before it opened, and yeah, empty arena, like seeing them doing like the test, like testing the screens and stuff, and like the trophy on stage. Yeah, it's spooky, But and they say like the calm before the storm, and that's literally it. Because like, if you guys haven't been fortunate enough to like go to an event, like it is, like you can love the game playing it and whatever, but like it's such a different experience, and
It's so
like.
different.
Know what? You don't get it unless you go, and like people who, like go to like traditional sports, like they sort of get that, but I still think it's such a different energy.
Yeah, but it's such a rarity that you're actually getting like the amount of events we have now is like there's a lot of them, but no one's going to all of them. So
Yeah.
it's a very different experience. Like I go to the football every week. It's not the same as going to an arena with half the amount of people.
Yeah,
But they're all there from
And I
everywhere
think, like,
around the world.
with football and shit as well, as like you're going because you support one of the two teams,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You go to
Yeah,
an
with Counter-Strike,
there's 6
you're
teams
going-
there, right? And like you probably don't like any of them.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a Nip fan,
Okay.
they're not in the fucking playoffs. So but you're just there to watch good CS, and like it is like just the love of the game. Do you know what I mean?
For sure. Way more
Until
than
you're
you
in
get in
Paris
football.
and you got the fucking Vitality guys, but they were pretty sick actually. So
Yeah, to be fair, it's great to have people like that, like the Roaring Bears as well. Those guys are sick. Shout out. It's so
Yeah,
the beauty, having gone to Blast events for a couple years in a row now, specifically the one in Copenhagen, and starting to see the same people at events is kind of cool. Like it's starting to get that football culture now of recognizing people when you go to things, but it's not the same when it's once every year instead of once every week.
Yeah. For I also just want to mention, I remember the first time I really watched a CS event was like I had watched stuff before, but the first time I like actively watched, I watch partied with friends, and it was by complete coincidence was the Boston 2018 Major Finals.
dude, no, dude.
No way.
Because I remember I was in college when that tournament was on.
You were in college for the 2018 Boston
Like
Major
no,
Final?
like fucking. I don't know what you call it.
Oh wait,
Like we do college
think I was,
before
like-
uni. Like it's like
yeah, I think
but,
that was my last year of
High school.
yeah. So yeah, how old are you, Logan?
Don't never ask a man his
20
age.
almost 23. I'm 22.
Okay,
right now.
so it's image. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
be
I know.
last year of high school. And
I know.
dude, no, because we had like we started like on Mondays. We started like earlier or something for some reason.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I remember staying up. I was like, oh, I'll watch it like phase like 2-0, sure. That didn't happen. Do you know what I mean? And
Nope.
yeah, I remember I was up to like 5 probably. It ended super late, and I was like, I'm so glad I stayed up for this.
No,
Because I was
that-
like, I don't care
that
about
was-
these teams. I'm so fucking glad I did. 'Cause, like all these moments that you can tell, like I was there type shit. They do stick with you, and that's definitely one of them for sure.
Yeah.
No, that and Nifty's 50 bomb live rent free in my head
The
of like
Nifty
games
50.
I watched.
The fitty.
I stayed up till like 3 a.m. here to finish that Mouse Sports Renegades game, and
And it was a fucking
those
semi-final
hours
as well.
sleep-
It wasn't even
Yeah,
the final.
no, it was a
No,
quarterfinal.
That
It was
the final.
No,
it was a
I'm sure it was.
quarterfinal.
no one can agree, and I don't remember.
I don't think it was, but sure.
It was a quarterfinal.
To be fair, that 2018 Boston Major, that is probably my worst CS memory. Honestly, it was terrible. Like as a FaZe fan, obviously, that ended up with me in my face in my bed, not feeling great, not feeling great. That wasn't a good time.
Okay.
But Logan,
let's go talk about
what
the
about-
new thing.
what about-
yes?
Least favorite parts.
Ooh.
Do you,
Ooh.
I don't know if
Okay,
I
I just said
have a
mine.
least favorite part. I'm like very seriously here. I don't know if I have a least favorite thing that I could like pick out.
I
Face
think
it solo queue.
All of
I-
Face It. And any match I
Oh,
ever
I
play
think
on
that'll
Face.
be like a bit niche and shit. But I think like one of them was I was on a team with this guy, and I don't know if Dickle was on this team, but we were practicing Cash, and it's like not even I think it's hilarious, but all it was he was like our squeaky player, and I just said like, oh dude, you can molly fork without peeking out. Do you know what I mean? You can bounce it off the red box. We're trying to teach him that, and he's like, yeah, sure, but I like the cross. I was like, yeah, you don't need to, whatever. And we're in a scrim, whatever. And he jumped across squeaky and fucking got shot. And we all immediately said, why'd you do that? And he left the team, like immediately. And we had a game that night, so I was like messaging my fucking friends, trying to get a ringer and shit for it. I like I laugh now, it was hilarious, but I've never been so angry at someone. Because we'd said over and over, dude, just you don't have to peek the front of the Molotov. You don't have to peek the front of the Molotov. He's like, yeah, I know. And he just did it into ours. And he was like, fuck this team, I'm gone. And you know,
Shout out Timsons.
Pull one out for Timsons, you know.
I'm just gonna shout out something really random, simultaneously my best and worst memory. If you were there for TGL, you know who you are. That shit was
Scored
a
a different
different
story
era
I
of
heard.
Counter-Strike.
All right, I wanna move into the new things. We talked about
It
the
is
old. Let's
new
talk about
game.
the new.
Oh yeah,
Shiny
shit.
Counter-Strike 2 is out. It's a game,
Oh god.
and I don't mean that in like a bad way. It's just there's a lot to digest. So
Well, none of us have played it yet, have we?
yeah,
not the
well, none
full
of us have played the
release.
release version.
No, my
And-
update won't have left.
My update has finished? Question mark. Okay, so here's the thing about it coming out and us recording right now.
Oh.
We don't have.
Here?
Bye,
patch-
Logan.
Technical difficulties. We'll be back if you should know.
Oh,
Well, I guess we'll
Oh,
talk
wait.
about. Oh, he's back.
yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Don't worry.
Welcome.
We did.
So
we
here's
filled.
the thing.
Don't worry.
Okay, I heard you, so
Oh.
I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
We don't have patch notes yet.
True.
No.
We don't. I'm looking at Twitter just to see like kind of what's coming in.
I have Twitter on the other monitor.
It's actually not a
right?
bad idea.
So
And-
you can shuffle skins now again.
Thank
You can
God.
shuffle
You can do
skins
that.
now. If you played Counter-Strike Global Offensive, which if you're listening to this podcast, I really hope you have.
I have.
You get a Global Offensive coin thing for your profile,
Yes.
and you get a music kit of the original CSGO music.
Yeah, that's sick.
Just link
Which
something.
I'm
If editor Jordan can pull that up while I talk about it. But
Hi, Jordan.
we have ranks per map. I know they mentioned that like in the thing in the announcement, but like so there is map-based ranks, which I don't know if I love. I mean, that'll be interesting to see how that works.
Can I
okay,
say-
so here's
I don't
Oh,
think
sorry.
but I think your rating, the number is, I think that's independent.
That's
so,
Premier.
Yeah, it
that,
is.
yeah, so it's
Can
a
I-
premiere mode. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to push people to say if you're going to play matchmaking, you should be playing Premiere
Yeah.
unless you are
Mm.
only playing this map, right?
Would,
If you
yeah.
want the more like Face It style thing, you want to play Premiere.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you're playing. You want to be literally a Vertiglobal,
Mhm.
then go do that. Which you
Yeah,
can
that's-
be in this game. You can be a Vertiglobal.
That's the joke I wrote in the TLDR newsletter announcement of it. Like, for the globals, your time now. But I will say the beauty of this thing, and there's probably issues with it that I haven't figured out yet. But as someone who has most of my IRL friends that play Counter-Strike aren't very good at the game, most of them.
Oh,
picked it
release
to
notes
play
are up.
with me.
Sorry, I'm
Release
listening.
notes.
But release notes are up.
Oh my
All right,
god.
let's go through these.
What's
The
going on?
first release note: Counter-Strike 2 is now
Shit.
available and free to play. I'm in. Season 1 premiere has begun. Enabled competitive wingman private matchmaking. Added training day, which is a tutorial basically. Improved player against player movement collision.
Thank you. That was really awful.
Yeah, terrible.
Felt like you were moving in molasses.
Yeah.
Improved consistency of bullet penetration.
Mole asses. Fuck. Sorry. Carry on, man. Carry on. We're good.
Player reflections in water are now occluded by smoke.
Thank God.
Which, yeah, okay.
Makes sense.
Molotov fire now floats above the water.
What?
Sorry.
I
That makes
assume that the
sense.
fire went into the water like an ancient CT spawn. An ancient
Yeah,
spawn.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, did any of you notice that the
Um,
bomb floats in the water? And it
I
bobs
did.
along like a little boat.
Yeah, yeah.
Fixed character ambient occlusion being visible through walls.
Whatever that means.
C4 bomb lights don't reflect through walls, which is great. Chickens can finally fall off vertigo.
Thank God.
Extremely important point.
Thank God.
RIP the men.
Fixed FAMAS reloading too early,
Huh?
so they buffed the FAMAS, I guess.
Or nerf them.
It's because it's
They
French.
did a bunch of bugs,
Exactly.
basically.
It's trying to surrender.
Hold on, there's so many notes. There's
Just
so many
your
notes.
red
Okay.
card.
there's a shit ton of sound notes. So
Yes.
they added new audio customization settings. So I saw this. There's like a bright and a dark and a normal and stuff. And so it's
Oh,
basically built-in
cool.
EQ profiles for the game
Okay.
to hopefully help reduce ear fatigue.
One of my complaints was that it was very muddy or like the bass.
So
Nuke
that's
was
there's
okay.
more stuff, and we'll talk about it in a second. But I know there was a GitHub script for a while that basically hooked into game state integration. That when you got flashed, it just cut all audio instead of and brought your audio back, because a lot of people had issues with tinnitus in their ears with flashes. So hopefully this helps a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think that will go away, but
No.
various
$100
mixed
says there will
tweaks
I think
and
tinnitus is
recommend
around
thing.
to stay.
As someone with it, yeah, unfortunately.
What are you saying, Ryan?
CS2
think
was
they'll-
removed from the Earth update. Sorry.
Within I'll guarantee that within like a week, if not already tonight, there'll be someone will have found the setting that lets you hear more, and everyone's gonna play on that.
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, we saw the interp ratio or whatever it was getting changed every 6 minutes
Yeah.
by Valve as they pushed out updates, and they went, yeah, no, that's probably better. Updated the game startup sound. Okay, so no, I have not started the game. If the game startup sound is not the original Valve
If it's not deafening.
sound from
It's not.
Portal, I'm upset.
So
Um,
I think it's just updated with the new CS2 audio music things, from what I can tell.
Unfortunately.
Can't we get the
Okay.
deafening sound when we open it?
I missed
I'm going to
that.
skip like half these sound things. They fixed a bunch of bugs and they made tweaks. We don't know what tweaks are. We're just going
Guys.
to have to go listen to it ourselves.
They added the bullet belt to the Negev.
Game changing.
Crazy.
Right, well, you have to explain that one.
So, adjusted character additive lean animation.
What?
That's actually
Oh.
huge. So basically, that's
I think that was
how
the
much
issue with
a
the Pika's advantage,
character-
right? Or how it looked
Yeah,
like
that's how much a
mad PA.
character's. It's basically shooting was good. The problem was
People
people
were very-
moving and the
It was siege movement, you know, people were QE, so
So they adjusted that. They adjusted the jump animation, particularly when repeatedly jumping. Adjusted jiggle peeking animations. Animated character head position relative to camera position. Bullet belt to the Negev. Reduced foot sliding when carrying slower weapons. A bunch of stuff that doesn't matter. Matchmaking. Oh.
Whoa! Holy shit!
When one or more party members get convicted of cheating and permanently banned, all of their associates will be penalized with a loss of profile rank and CS rating. So
What did
when
they
people cheat to
qualify
get
as
to
an
the top,
associate? I presume someone
I
who's
guess
queued.
I
if you
assume
queued with
a
them,
party
yeah.
member. But like so if you try and boost people by someone else
Yeah.
in your group cheating,
I think it's like the face it. X was banned, your elo has been adjusted in accordance with that.
Their second point, the in Premier players with very high established CS ratings are not allowed to party with accounts that do not have an established CS rating. Makes sense, because in the beta, if you were queuing with people that had 15k elo and won most of that, you'd end up being ranked way too high usually. Like, you'd get around that elo.
Yeah.
Also a good ad.
I'm actually happy about this too, because I know I think they may want to go further. That if you have above a certain elo, you can't queue with people like super below that, or like you have to be within. I know that League does, like, once you get above Diamond, I think it is, you can't queue with anyone in ranked. Like, it is only ranked solo. It's not solo duo, which is what it is below that rank.
I think you're still here. I think it's just the client.
Yeah. They'll just fill the dead air.
It's just dead air on Twitter. It will be fine in the podcast.
Good point,
That's
actually,
hilarious.
yeah. And who cares about Twitter anyway?
Sorry, Twitter go. Sorry, Taken.
Hi, Taken.
But so in League they have solo queue only from a certain point.
Yeah.
Because it prevents people from like trying to boost people up into that high of a rank. Okay. Maps. They added an extra bell in Inferno.
Let's fucking go.
Thank God. That is a
Bro, we can do five-man symphonies, church bell ringing.
composing
We're
composing
gonna
in
go
CS2
crazy.
challenge.
Pull in the bell road. You know?
the bell,
All
yeah.
right, there's more of these. There's more of these.
You never pulled a bell
Sorry,
road.
CSGO
Logan.
players. CSGO players
Dicko loves pulling a spell.
Okay, let me get through this. We're so close.
Yeah.
CSGO players who started playing more than a week ago will receive a commemorative coin and music kit. They entered the store. They had all interactions with inventory items, so including shuffle. They replaced your weekly drop with a weekly care package, and you can choose from weapon cases, weapon finishes,
Oh,
and
shit.
receiving.
Hey, that's pretty
That's
cool.
kind of
So
insane.
you can choose what you get now. Demo playbacks. Dickle's dead.
Which is already in the game, really.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Dicko has died.
Apparently, the new demo viewer, I haven't seen it, is like crazy good compared to Go.
I used it in
I was told it
CS2
was
once.
really
It was insane. Like,
It's really quick. That
Like,
you
the
can,
issue-
first of all,
Yeah, the
you can
issue of like
rewind.
going back to the start of a round and it just freezing. I mean, yeah.
it reminded
Which,
me a bit.
how
of
the fuck did we
Skybox.
go 11, 12 years with the demo viewer like not working?
It's
Like,
because
it is
I don't
possible.
know.
No.
We just
They updated it a few years ago, and it was brilliant.
it made it
evidence there.
better.
what for a week?
No,
You
not
still
at all.
can't. You still couldn't go backwards.
Yeah, no. You could ride a bike.
Who you can't go backwards in life.
Wise words.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you want?
Source was just so broken that it had to replay everything to get to that point.
Yeah.
For
So,
that
and they
point,
couldn't
yeah.
really fix it, I don't think, 'cause the engine. Thank God.
All right. All right, let me finish this. We're so close.
Can't go backwards in life. that's
New
true.
item icon.
Sorry, Logan. We're here. I'm just
I'm
so
so sorry,
excited. I'm
Logan.
so excited.
They updated a
He's
bunch of
just wishing for
skins.
Elliot back.
Reworked the Phoenix Street Soldier agent skin to resolve visibility issues. Enabled animated eyes on agent character models, which is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yo, it's going to be
just
like
hilarious.
paintings where like you move around and they look at you.
And then there's a bunch of
Wow.
workshop stuff, which we're not going into. Big patch notes.
No.
And
That's for the
there
nerds, dude.
There will be
fucking
more as like the
game.
next couple of days.
You know what's clearly missing and what's still in the game? The Paris sticker sale is still going on.
It's not. It got
That's
cancelled.
What?
No, it's
Like,
actually
20
still
minutes
going.
before it updated, it was stopped.
No. In CS2, it's
No,
back
but
on.
in 2 it's back on.
Yeah, it's back in CS2.
So all the Paris
Oh,
sticker
yeah,
holders just in shambles.
I actually have a theory that they'll be more expensive because no one's buying them because everyone thinks they're going to be worth nothing.
All right, so let's talk about the future and what the future holds. So obviously,
Sure,
Pro
It
League
makes
is the
sense.
last-
Think about it. Think about it.
He's too smart.
This is not financial advice.
One at a time, guys. I'm just lost.
Sorry.
Logan,
So-
please lead the troops.
So Pro League obviously will be finished on Global Offensive, though there was rumors that actually I think confirmed rumors that ESL were asking teams if they wanted to finish on Global on CS2. And I'm pretty sure everyone said-
these rumors.
Okay, there are rumors
yeah, we have
that this has
EFG, man.
happened.
Yeah.
Because Dust 2
I
said there
believe
were
was
rumors.
an email sent out as Dust 2 reported that ESL had asked if it drops, do you want to play on 2? Obviously, pretty much everyone, I believe, said no, and it's going to be played out on Go, which I think makes sense.
Yeah.
Obviously, if the event
I would
starts on
love to know who
a
said
game, it should
yes.
finish on the game. I mean,
No,
Eternal Fire might fucking win it, so doesn't really matter about visuals at this point.
But every tournament from this point on should be played on Global Offensive. So it means that the next tournament we see, which will be Sydney. Do you okay over there? Okay, Dickel and Nova and Jack are dying. For audio only listeners, I cannot see Dickel anymore. He's face planted on the desk.
Sorry.
And, Jack
every
is
time he
currently
smiles, it makes me
praying
laugh.
hands right. Okay,
Poor audio
let's finish this. Let me monologue for like a minute and a half,
Sorry.
and then we're so
Sorry.
close.
I'm good.
Next tournament we see, which will be IAM Sydney,
I'm
which is in
I'm
like
really sorry.
IAM Sydney's in like 3 weeks. That will be CS2, I think. There's no confirmation, but like
Should be.
I think it will be. I know Jack
I'll
cannot
confirm
comment on
it.
such a thing.
No idea, mate. No idea.
Okay.
I hope so.
I'm judging from the fact that ESL asked if they wanted to move like for the rest of this tournament to CS2, that there will be no more CS:GO tournaments.
No.
That's my assumption here.
What about like
So let's-
ESEA?
I think ESEA
Yeah.
will be on.
No, they're stuck on Go
on
forever.
CS2 tonight. No, they're on CS2 tonight. Their ESEA matches tonight.
Yeah, but the season's got a lot more, right? So is the season swapping to?
Oh, I assume it'll
CS2?
swap.
No, but there's games going on right now in playoffs.
Yeah, there
No, but I
are
assume it'll
games
just swap
tonight in the US.
straight away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they are playing 2 tonight.
We have a man in Discord we can ask.
No, Andy is playing
That's
CS2
crazy.
tonight.
Imagine
like, I'm
practicing in
certain.
one game. Yeah.
Are you playing
They have much of a
Logan?
choice.
I'm not playing. I'm also on work vacation trip. Not vacation at all, actually. So
Oh,
all of that is the
Poor
case.
guy.
We'll switch to MR12 for IM Sydney, assuming we are switched to Go, which is a
oh,
Yeah, that's
huge
like-
change.
yeah.
I don't know if TOs, as in like, not that I have a source, I literally don't know if ESL or any of the TOs are gonna change to MSL. I assume the majors will be because they're Valve sanctioned
yeah.
or whatever. So
I think they
for
already said the
consistency's
majors
sake,
will
I
be.
assume TOs will do it.
Yeah, they have to.
But yeah, I mean, I don't.
But I guess it's the thing.
What?
It's the
think
same thing as like fucking. If they were really that anal about it, they'd make them play the majors on 64 tick or sub tick or whatever it is now. Whether they're going to do
Yeah.
that now,
Yeah, but
force them to. But the TOs, they've got like the streaming rights for it or like whatever the fuck it's called,
Yeah.
so they can do whatever they
Yeah,
want
but
in terms of.
well, Valve can always just go, well, you have to in their streaming services, like their organization thing, and then you're just fucked. Especially with their push to make casual gameplay more like professional gameplay.
Yeah, I
do
think that's the whole
think
like, a
that-
big thing of the update is they want to make it
Yeah,
consistent between the two. You know.
which is probably why they locked the 64 tick for everything non-sub tick.
I don't know if that's continued in this update or not. I feel like they probably got a lot. I don't know though.
I feel like they'd have to if they locked it in beta, right? Feels like the type of thing you
Will-
stick with.
Well, no, because wasn't it like originally not, and then they changed it back?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
because there wasn't anyone doing anything with it, and then as soon as Face It became a thing, they locked it up.
I guess so. Which I don't like.
So-
I like the servers should be the server.
Yeah,
The-
but it makes sense if what they say about Subtic is true. Like everything that's relevant is Subtic, and then 64 does non-important things. But we don't know if that's true.
The other thing about the tick rate and subtick is that we're all like annoyed about it now. I mean, let me present. I'm kind of whatever, but pros seem to be like annoyed about it and annoyed that we're switching this over 128 tick, which is. Here's the thing: in the end of the day, everyone's gonna get fucking used to it in 2 months, and we'll all be fine. I guarantee that there
Also-
was
I
some
agree.
amount of
Yeah.
there was like trepidation moving
it's like
from
it-
1.6 in source to global offensive. Like it's going to be the same shade
It's,
here.
it's, it's the same things
This
as like
is
the
su-
gun
this is
sounds.
such a. Sorry, go ahead.
It's like the same things as like gun sounds, like when they changed them all like 5
Yeah.
years ago or whatever it was. It's like it's not. It doesn't sound like the same game, and now no one cares about it. It's just grow up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's
I
less
think,
of a
like,
grow up
as
as
well,
well.
like,
Like just get used to it.
It's much less of a change as well, though, right? Like it looks, it's a visually a bigger change, but like the engines and stuff are so much closer now than they were between like 1.6 and Go.
Yeah.
And like, if anyone remembers, like Go was shit at the start. Like it looked, ran awful. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the game we know as of yesterday, like, is not what it was at the start. And like, assuming that for CS2 as well is kind of crazy. Like, I think in a month it would be like quite different again. I think they've got a lot right though on launch. Like I think it's still in a better
Yeah,
place now than CS:GO was on launch.
I mean, let's
Even
be very
like
clear here.
CS2 when it
CS2,
went into open beta to CS2 now, huge difference.
CS2 has less
Sorry, Logan?
bugs than most AAA games that release right now. And I like
True.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate and
I mean, that's because
Starfield are
they've
the two
shipped
that
broken games though.
they're the two that have released recently that don't have a huge amount of bugs. But like everything else that's released this year has been like filled with bugs across the board, and CS2 just kind of hasn't. And the problems with CS2 are not glitches, bugs, etc. The problems continue are to a degree things the community doesn't like and they'll get used to.
Yeah.
The thing that they
Yeah.
may not get used to is MR12. That's going to be its own thing. I think on average, I saw this as a from somebody, I have no source, I have nothing about it, is that with CS2, games are 6 to 8 minutes shorter than global offensive games.
I saw the same
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
And when I think about it in the end of the day, 6 to 8 minutes isn't like that ridiculously huge of an amount. I still, for
It's like
MR12
HS2.
Future Stick, would like them to fix.
What?
What?
Like
Please
HS2.
enlighten us more.
Isn't that a road?
No. That's the big.
That's a train,
big
right?
train.
So
Big
confused.
train. They're going to cut down
The
the
commute, innit?
the journey from Edinburgh to London by about 5 minutes.
Thank you for
Incredible.
this reference, Deco.
No problem.
Amazing. I'm sorry I couldn't
But
appreciate it. At the
I
time,
think
that's
something
fine.
that I find kind of weird is like your average, like your 1 OT in CS2
Just a
ends at
game.
16 anyway.
Yeah.
So it's just
Yeah.
a normal game. I think like, you know, the economy the economy was more of an issue than
I think they need to fix
the
it.
game length. Games were long because saving happened all the time. Like that was the issue, and they haven't fixed that yet. Like that.
No,
so I don't know how that'll play out.
I think within the next month, you said, as you said before, that like, hey, we're going to have a bunch of stuff happen in the next month, and like the game won't be the same. I think one of the big things that will change is the economy is going to change. Just because I don't think it's 16K was fine when there's 15 rounds a half, right? But if you win the first like 5 rounds and you're sitting on like 16K, you don't have to save for the rest of the half. Like your economy is so fucking good, it doesn't matter. So it becomes so much more momentum and win based than it previously was.
Would the increased bomb radius force tees off-site earlier, maybe making them hunt earlier, or is it going to do the opposite, where people are just going to save earlier?
I mean, I feel like that I feel like just as a game design thing, you shouldn't be able to save on the bombs that you planted on, like as a team.
Yeah, no,
like you
I
should
agree.
have to. Should be a risk you're getting away, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
But also, like, the saving thing was more of an issue with CT because it's if it's a 3v3, you have it's better to save. And you know, in a game about like shooting, at the end of the day, like you want to have as much shooting as possible, right? So there needs to be an incentive to go for retakes, and like some of it's a map issue, sure, but like in general, like it's just percentage-wise, it's better to save, and that's what's making games long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that the
We'll see
MR12
if
definitely
people
helps
are
that to a degree. If every round is worth more, then that means you have to go for some of those 50-50
You're
rounds
gonna go for more. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think
So-
that's like a band-aid fix, not a
Yeah.
not actually a cure.
I think
You
it
could
fixes
also
it.
argue that you want to eco
but-
less, so saving is better because you have a guarantee of having a higher chance next round.
It's kind of all
But I
over
think
the place.
the starting loss bonus is higher, right?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
correct
Is it?
in understanding that?
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
You start with 2, like after the pistol, you start with 2 round loss bonus.
I think so.
I
yeah.
think.
I think so. That sounds alright.
I could be wrong. I know that's how it was for short matchmaking and Wingman, right? But I might be
I
wrong,
don't know
so
if it
don't
does
quote me.
on... I honestly haven't paid that much attention, and that kind of leads into, as a player, and I don't know if you guys have the same experience of this, but MR12 didn't really change that much for me. I got, like, the first
I
game...
don't feel any
I get
different.
I get less
Yeah,
bored.
no.
Like I can play 6 games and kind of feel not as burnt out as I was. Like 4 pugs in a row is like kind of like a session, right? Like
Yeah.
And like a 30 is quick. Like, and I'm not saying like you're getting them all the time, but like you can farm faster, more efficiently, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah, agreed. It's I kind of have the same experience. When you're getting trashed on, you can just look at the scoreboard and it feels like it's gonna end
It's
faster.
over sooner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you're winning, it's just fun. You keep going and you don't get bored of it.
All right. I want to swap gears. We'll be talking about CS2 and its relevance for the next bit because we have a nice lull in between the tournaments. The only stuff that happens in October is Blast Fall Showdown and then Sydney at the end. So let's talk about Pro League, the end of Pro League, the playoffs of Pro League. We'll go through this really quickly.
Everyone's favorite
Playoff round.
tournament.
Oh, yes. The longest tournament of the year. And I seriously mean that. Playoff round 1.
It is long.
Let's start here. Fnatic against Monty. A playoff match of 2 teams that I don't think many people thought would actually make it to the playoffs.
Nah, bro.
Any
Respect
thoughts?
that, bro.
I'm gonna go through the games, and
Dude,
you guys.
I work
will
on
pause.
fucking Pro League. I didn't fucking watch anything.
Yeah.
Give me thoughts as I
Fnatic
go through.
probably should beat Monty.
They should.
Hey,
They-
big clue. They did.
they
No,
lost.
they did
It was
not.
2-1 to Monty.
Monty won.
Wait, fuck.
Big clue. You're an idiot.
Oh.
I think like if you're looking at the playoffs so far, like the quarterfinals that is, Eternal Fire. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Two
the
shot
big
is
one
too
you got to
big.
pull out. Eternal Fire is like
Yeah.
a huge one you got to pull out. I think Mouse is one you need to pull out early, right? They beat Furia, then they beat FaZe to make
They
quarterfinals.
destroyed FaZe.
They fucked the Tiger.
Nine's
or Puma.
9Z was fairly good.
But they know what they're doing wrong.
9Z?
Sorry.
No, Furia, right?
No, I was just asking. Like, no, which team knows what they're doing wrong?
I have no
I
idea.
still want-
Mouse know what they're doing wrong. Sorry. Sorry.
okay.
It's been a long day.
No, it's not. Look, there's only
Um,
one thing that matters, and that is I need Eternal Fire to win this, because goddamn do I want Xantares to win a trophy before CSGO is over. The guy deserves it. He's been a baller.
He's a bot.
No, but it is kind of crazy. But like,
This is the farthest a Turkish
Complexity
team has
Monty's
ever
on
made
right
it in
now.
a tournament.
right?
Yeah,
Ah.
Sorry, what?
Complexity
Yeah,
Monty.
that's true.
It
But like,
is
Complexity
currently
Monty's on right now.
actively playing.
Winner of that plays Vitality. Like,
Yeah.
so that like probably Vitality win that. So they kind of
Yeah.
not. That Na'Vi Eternal Fire look good, and Na'Vi look, as they have done since they made this new roster change. It's
They're
not
fine.
great. Like they're okay, but like obviously they're not doing Na'Vi things.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a weird bracket, man.
Eternal
If you
Fire
put
can
Navi's
easy
results
make
on
semis.
TSM, you'd be content, but it's Navi.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it's a Navi
Well,
roster,
yeah.
but not at all. Like it doesn't. If you swap the nameplates, that's what it feels more like.
Well, it's
Um,
it's like just because Simple's there. Like that's kind of the reason everyone like it looks like Na'Vi. Like it is
Yeah.
a bit of a fever dream team.
Exactly. It's also they
bottom
had
end-
such
bottom-
big success and then such an abrupt end.
Yeah, because it just like ended right after that, after the Paris Major.
Boomich, rest in
Sitting
peace.
down on the other side of the quarterfinals, so Friday matches, G2 and Mouse is really weird and interesting because G2 have felt like they've been really, really good, a top 2 team in the world for like months now. But
Mhm.
I have never been able to
They
trust
did a
G2 in
double.
playoffs.
One of two teams to do the double, which is like Calo and Cologne
Them-
in the same year.
Yeah.
Them and FaZe, yeah?
Oh, three. Them face one.
Fnatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Fnatic, of course.
Which is
So,
like, they seem to only win IM Masters events, like the fucking
Yeah.
Cologne Catters, the big ones.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still good. They could probably beat. They should probably beat Mouse. Like,
Which is probably why
They-
they don't
they
lose.
should.
'cause G2.
yeah.
And then Ents Movistar, I think, is a really fun matchup, though it should be Ents every single goddamn day of the week.
Soon Pius returns home.
They're gonna revenge.
Is this the first match that Ents has played against
Yeah.
Movistar since some
I
Pius
think it is,
Yeah.
Yeah. They haven't really.
That's an
Movistar
interesting
haven't really been
story.
at
But
events since.
It
he
was
left.
the one event. Was it Cologne where they did well?
Yeah.
And then after that,
And
he
then
left.
since.
Yeah, but that was with some bias.
Yeah, no, that's what I
Exactly.
mean. But they haven't done
Yes,
anything after
yeah,
that.
yeah. No. Like, yeah, they're
They haven't really
they've made a
been
pretty deep
anything.
run considering.
Yeah.
Ents
So-
are always like good. Like Ents always look like a threat. To be fair, I always think like they're always possible to get semis to a final. Like I think that they are like when they're good, they are really good. I think again should beat Movistar, but again, everyone's kind of Mickey Mouse right now, kind of all over the place.
I'm
The release of
I'm
CS2
super interested
can't help
in
either.
I'm interested in the possible Ents G2 Dallas rematch. That we're gonna get in
What a
semis.
banger series that was! That was so good.
Because we'll get that again on Saturday semis, and then it could be like the other side of the bracket with Vitality and Navi and Eternal Fire, and it looks like right now Monty is going to be its own set of stuff that should probably end in Vitality coming out. This will end up probably being Vitality, G2, ENTS, one of the, some combination of that in the finals. Anyone have any predictions on winners, losers, etc.?
Of the whole thing, or
Of the whole thing.
of the semis? Of the whole thing.
I'd say Vitality, Navi, ends G2, and then a G2 Vitality final. Probably.
Okay.
Fuck it. Vitality, Eternal Fire, Movie Star, Mouse, Eternal Fire win the whole thing. Famos upsets Chaos. Let's do it. Just make it as entertaining as possible. Pro League hasn't been that. Just do it.
It's gonna be Mao's Vitality final. Vitality will win, and then Mao's will win season 20.
So 2 seasons
not
from
next
now.
season,
Not
but the
next
season
season.
after.
Season 20. No, season 20. I know what I'm saying.
Fair enough. If you're right,
Alright, so
I'll
this,
give you a
this
Twitch
time next year.
They won season 10.
I see. I see.
So they only win on the tens.
They're very much multiples of 10, guys.
And they'll win the Grand Slam on 100.
Intel Grand Slam, please.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
The ESL Grand Slam on 100.
Sorry, Mr.
It's drilled into me now.
John ESL.
In 50 years from now, when we've hit Pro League 100, that's when Mouse win it. All right.
ESL Pro League.
Frozen will still be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, unless Mouse get like legit good, like Frozen needs to fucking go to phase or something.
Yeah.
He's too good. Like he's
Anything.
just doing the ROPS of just being the best player on the team and like sort of dragging them through.
That's just what
Although I'm more
Mouse
of an
is.
exertion to phase. I'm more of an exertion to phase fan than Frozen to phase.
Don't like
Boycott Horizon.
Fair enough. Just think, I feel like he'll
Alright.
fit a bit better than Frozen in his current roles. But I also haven't watched enough Dexter Mouse.
I mean, yeah, Frozen is ROP, so him on phase probably doesn't make sense
Yeah.
actually. But
Yeah.
that's a
G2.
pipe dream.
Old
Alright.
Frozen, maybe.
Folks, let's end it so that way you guys can go play Counter-Strike 2 and I can go watch people play Counter-Strike 2.
Yippee!
You can find us
Hell
all on Twitter at LoganRamHap, at ReadTLDR, at NovaDesigns_.
No
There's an
underscore.
underscore?
You
No
had it.
underscore.
No underscore.
I didn't remember if there was. Horizon with 2 Z's, right?
Yeah, and CS all caps.
At Horizon CS. And at Dickle CS. That's where you
Cute
verbally
socks.
say yes.
Yes.
This is, we confirm.
We'll be back again next week with normal cast, not these jabronis.
Scuff fucks.
Or
I apologize for nothing.
We won't be back.
Ellie and I will be back next week. We'll be in the normal places, normal microphones, normal everything. We'll see you then.